this tutorial, we're going to walk through the cross-references feature in Lamplight. Cross-references help you move from one verse into related passages without losing your place in the reader. It's designed for discovery, comparison, and study. Instead of treating cross-references like a one-time lookup, Lamplight lets you follow them as a connected path through Scripture. The easiest way to understand the feature is this. There are two connected experiences. First, the cross-references drawer, which gives you a structured list of related passages. Second, visual cross-references, which turn those relationships into an interactive graph for deeper exploration. Let's start with how you open cross-references. When a verse has cross-reference data, you'll see a small marker at the end of the verse text in the reader. When you tap that marker, Lamplight opens the cross-references drawer for that verse. The drawer title shows the source reference, so you always know which verse you're exploring. Once the drawer opens, Lamplight gives you a practical study surface rather than a flat list. At the top, you can choose the Bible version used for the cross-reference text. This allows you to either stay consistent with your current reading or compare across translations. You also get relevance controls. You can filter results by high, medium, and low relevance. This lets you either focus on the strongest connections or expand into a broader set of related passages. The drawer also includes sorting options. You can sort by best match, relationship type, relationship subtype, or canonical Bible order. When sorting by relationship type or subtype, additional filters may appear, allowing you to narrow the results even further. Now let's look at the entries themselves. Each entry shows the target reference, the verse text, and relationship details. This can include the relationship type, subtype, and sometimes an explanation of the connection. Relevance badges help you quickly assess the strength of each link. This means the drawer does more than list related verses. It helps you understand how and why those verses are connected, which is essential for deeper study. The drawer also works as a navigation tool. Selecting a result takes you directly to that verse in the reader. As you move through related passages, Lamplight provides a return option, allowing you to step back through your path without losing context. From here, you can also open the Visual Cross-References. Visual Cross-References is available on the Lamplight Oil and Flame plans. If you're not logged in, Lamplight will prompt you to log in before loading the graph. Even when signed in, access depends on your subscription plan. If the feature is unavailable, Lamplight explains this and provides an upgrade option. From the drawer header, you can open a graph of the current results. You can also open a graph centered on a specific relationship from an individual entry. This keeps the list and graph tightly connected as part of the same study flow. Let's look at visual cross-references in more detail. Visual cross-references turns connections into a navigable graph. Instead of scanning a list, you begin to see how passages relate to one another spatially. The source verse appears at the top, with related passages branching outward. When connections span both testaments, Lamplight will group them into Old Testament and New Testament sections. Within those, passages may also be organized by book or chapter to keep the graph readable. This structure helps prevent the graph from becoming cluttered, making it easier to identify patterns and relationships at a glance. Interacting with the graph is straightforward. A single click on a verse node opens a verse preview panel. This shows the verse text, reference, and any available cross-reference details, including relationship type, subtype, confidence, and explanation. From this panel, you can take action. You can go directly to the verse in the reader, add a note, or explore further by rebuilding the graph around that verse. That explore action is one of the most important aspects of the feature. It allows you to move beyond a single connection and follow chains of meaning through Scripture, tracing themes, ideas, and relationships across passages. There is also a faster interaction. Double-clicking a node rebuilds the graph around that verse immediately, allowing for more fluid exploration once you're familiar with the interface. For larger graphs, Lamplight provides navigation tools. You can drag nodes, zoom, pan, use the minimap for orientation, and reset the layout if needed. These controls help maintain clarity as the network grows. You can also minimize the graph. If you minimize the graph instead of closing it, Lamplight preserves it so you can return without starting over. On smaller screens, a cross-references minibar will appear at the foot of the Bible reader. This allows you to quickly reopen the drawer, relocate your current reference, or dismiss the bar. So, when should you use each mode? The drawer is best for focused, controlled study, where you want to read and evaluate one connection at a time. Visual cross-references is better for broader exploration, where you want to understand the structure and flow of relationships. Most users will naturally move between both, starting in the drawer, opening the graph when deeper connections appear, and returning to the reader when a passage needs full context. That is the core idea behind cross-references in Lamplight. It helps you see how Scripture connects with itself and gives you tools to follow those connections in a meaningful way. Used well, cross-references can help you compare passages, trace themes, capture insights, and stay grounded in the text while your study deepens. In the next tutorial, we'll look at the reading progress feature.